And there we are.
Hold on.
I heard that.
Here we go. Turn your mute your computer.
It's on.
Yeah, I hear a little feedback, a little reverb.
What about now?
I can still hear computer.
Test.
The computer is on.
Yep.
Okay, it's muted now.
Is that your cell phone?
Let me make sure myself. Oh.
Here we go.
Love, relationships, and marriage from the male perspective. Now it's You've Got Mail, Messages from Him with Tashawn and Friends on WSTN DB HD1, Atlanta, Charlotte, 102.6, The Situation.
You should have been downtown. The people are rising. We thought it was a lockdown. They opened the fire. Them bullets was flying. Who said it was a lockdown? Goddamn lie. Oh my, time heals all, but you out of time now. Judge gotta watch us from the clock tower. Little tear gas cleared the whole place out. I'll be back with the hazmat for the next round. We was trying to protest and the fires broke out. Look out for the secret agents, they be planted in the crowd. Said it's civil unrest, but you sleep so sound like you don't hear the screams when we catching beat down. Staying quiet when they killing, but you speak loud when we ride. Got opinions coming from a place of privilege, sicker than the COVID. How they did them on the ground. Speaking of the COVID, cause it's still going around. Won't you tell me about the looting? What's that really all about? Cause they throw away black lives like paper towels plus unemployment rate. What, 40 million now? Killed a man in broad day. Might never see a trial. We just wanna break chains like slaves in the South. Started in the North End, but we in the downtown. Riot cops try to block, now we got a showdown. Down. You should have been downtown. The people are rising. We thought it was a lockdown. They opened the fire. The bullets was flying. Who said it was a lockdown? Goddamn lies. Downtown, where I got popped with the rubber bullet train. Got it in my name now. I'm a shooter. Never understand why they do it. Someone cut the channel off the news before I lose it. I ain't even tripping. If you with it, then we lose it. Let me put this Louis in the back of Suzuki. Oh, he had to break it down so smoothly. They gon' say it's not about race, but we moving. Oh, pow, cut the trade pound. Had to put in my name. What should play now? Any given day, I'll be headed to the pulpit. Say a little prayer. Matter of fact, I need two of them. Ooh, won't he do it? Won't he do it? Ooh, this ain't 92, so we in the new rules. But we got hits, so we don't lose the projects. Out the hero there with my little cousin Marcus. Someone threw a whole brick in the Neiman Marcus. Help me put the whole mannequin in the charge. You should have been downtown. The people are rising. We thought it was a lockdown. They opened the fire. Them bullets was flying. Who said it was a lockdown? Goddamn lie. Downtown, where I got popped with the rubber bullet tray. Got it in my name now. I'ma shoot it up down. We ain't gotta stop, cause they tell us to downtown.
Okay.
Hey.
Okay. Yeah.
That's my jam.
Yeah. That's dope.
I love me some Anderson .Paak.
Yeah.
First of all, I love it.
Oh, that's what
That's
that
the-
is?
Yeah, it's a pack, baby.
Yes, that song right there. I've been just cruising
Yes.
all week with it.
Yeah.
Just getting in the car, just cruising.
Relevant.
Yes. Y'all know I've been trying to play my conscious music on here.
No doubt.
Because you got a song that's I can cruise
Yeah,
to.
so
I
black to me.
so
That's
yes.
right. That's right. Absolutely. It's out everywhere right now.
Yes. You got mail messages from him, y'all. Welcome on this beautiful Saturday morning.
Peace and love.
Farmer Wayne, DJ Johnny Prince,
Man.
Motivational K. He'll be back soon. And the 102.6 the Situation family up in here.
Thank you.
And I got my special guest. We're going to introduce him in a minute, Sean Gunby. But how I feel good today.
That's good.
It's a good day to be black.
It's a good day to definitely be black.
I got my hair braid. Y'all know when I get my hair braid, I just like extra black. Don't say nothing to me.
And you got like that tribal type of trend, like
Yes.
that tribal going on right now.
I was in the store and
Dope.
somebody's looking at me. I'm like, what? Pull up. You know, the whole time my heart just like, Lord, just get me home. Just
Y'all better chill, man.
like being black. Being black. Black men.
Yeah,
Black men.
man. Yeah.
How y'all doing? How y'all feeling?
You know, one day at a time. I'm here, man. You know, I mean, the train keep going. I gotta move. I gotta go.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm gonna continue to push the culture forward, to push the people forward, however it means.
Yeah.
Whatever it's gonna take.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's what it is.
Yeah. Black man.
Yeah.
Black man.
What's up?
Sean.
What's happening?
How you feeling?
Man, I'm always
All the way from Jersey.
Dirty Jerry.
Farmer Wayne, you got your homeboy.
In the building.
Yeah.
Where you at? What part?
I live in Bloomfield now.
Oh,
Jersey.
Oh, you from Newark though?
North Jersey.
Oh, North Jersey.
Yeah.
I don't know nothing
okay.
about that area.
Yeah.
I'm just like, yeah, okay.
New York City metropolitan area, man.
Yeah.
I used to drive for D-Camp.
Who?
D-Camp.
Oh, you used to drive for
Yeah,
D-Camp?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah, that's old school.
Yeah, oh yeah.
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 Wow. Farmer Wayne, black man.
What's happening?
How you feeling?
Man, I can't complain. I'm good. Had a
You
lot
good?
done this week. Yeah, we had a busy week.
Yeah. We had a busy week. We ain't busy, man. I'm glad you're busy, brother.
Yeah, man. I'm burning on both ends. So I'm gonna try and collect some of that wax today and reconstitute that damn
Yo, Wayne,
candle so I
what's
can
up,
burn
man?
it again. What's up, Sean?
What's going on?
I can't complain, brother. I can't complain. How you?
You got new cow? You got new cows or something? What you?
I finally my farm is the showroom,
Okay.
but we have another place down near Fort Valley. It's kind of where we work all the stuff and pick what comes up to my farm for you to see on the video. So I had to go down there and do what we, a little bit of behind the scenes, show people what goes on backstage. Because sometimes I do too good a job of making it seem like a little mom and pop farm operation.
Right.
Really, it's like 4 or 5 locations. I don't know, 3, 4 different processors. I just inked a deal with a processor. Inked another deal with the dog food company. So we growing the business. My son handles day to day,
Right.
inventory and control. So it's growing. It's doing its thing, doing what it's supposed to do.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man.
And
Hey,
growing
Wayne, I want to
slowly.
come down, man, after we get finished doing this, man,
Yeah,
and
man.
do something with you down there, maybe profile you on my page, man. First of all, I want to say what's up to
Yeah.
all my subscribers, man. I got the dopest YouTube channel on YouTube with the dopest subscribers, man.
Yeah.
It does.
Gunby Publishing,
fire.
okay, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that segues right into, we had a special guest, Brown Knight. Y'all know I
All
love
day.
keeping it in the family.
Brown
Brown Knight.
Yeah.
All
Class
the
of
way from.
93.
Are you class of 93?
Class of 93.
Okay.
Man.
Okay.
Wait a minute. So, Sean, did you have the Taurus with the wide wheels?
Nah, I had a little Honda CRX, the yellow Honda CRX with the
All right.
5-star.
Yeah, there you go. I remember that now.
The old school.
Yeah.
From the old school, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
I ain't
like-
from this school, man.
Feel you, son.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Right.
The old school.
The
man.
old school.
I'm from the old school.
Morris Brown in the house. We have Sean Gunby here, author, YouTuber. He is a phenomenal brother. He's here to chop it
Thank
up
you.
with us today and give us some realness. I love this brother. He's funny. I like watching his YouTube and so
Me
forth,
too.
and just very very active. And you just interviewed Dr. James, our president, our official president.
Shout out to Dr. Kevin James, man, the 19th president of Morris Brown College, man.
Yes.
42-year-old
Right.
brother, man. And I have not seen as much progress with Morris Brown
Yeah,
since 2002, 2003, when we lost our accreditation.
yeah,
As much as I've seen, with Dr. James, man, and we did the interview on Thursday.
Yeah.
And that'll be showing on my channel probably coming up next week, man. And shout out to him, man.
Yeah. You did a great job with that. But this is your second time interviewing him, right? Yeah, when he first came aboard. Yeah. So have you seen the progress from your first interview to now?
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. You know, he's I think he's psychologically more comfortable with now that he's been named the president.
Yeah.
And I think I see more initially when I interviewed him, and it was to be expected. You know, there was a lot of uncertainty and a lot of skepticism as the fact, you know, what was going to happen. But now I see now that since he's been named president and the progression we've made, you know, I think he's kind of settling into the role and really just focused on getting our accreditation, becoming a candidate in October within 90 days, man, so we could get this financial aid going, man.
Right. Yeah. I'm so proud of us. And I'm proud of the fact that we are uniting, you know, on this journey. You know, you got more people now that's saying, hey, we're riding with you. So, you know, whatever we got to do to get our name back out there, like it's happening. I love it. Y'all know I'm Morris Brown for life. Got my shirt on.
Mo Brown
all day. You know, all day.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
Black men.
What's up?
Y'all know what's going on in the world. Y'all know what's going on in the world.
I mean,
the Karens are rising.
Oh, man.
Look, you know,
that's the acid reflux of racism. That's all that is.
One I want to talk about is first of all, we still need to fight for Breonna Taylor. I feel like we're getting quiet for some reason. What y'all think? Are we slowing up because, you know, COVID is I
don't think we're quiet. I think it's because I think that it's not being seen on TV or not, or, you know, on Facebook, but people, I don't think people are quiet. It's just not showing up. That's all. People are we upset. Yeah. People still mad.
You got stages just like you do with grief or depression.
That too.
And we've gone through the fight. We've gone through the shock, the fight stage. Right. And now we're really settling into it's time for some change. Now we need to be strategic. Now, you know, the old saying is war is young men dying, old men talking. Now the generals need to talk. This can't be just you standing out there, and some of these generals need to talk on the sideline. They was built for a different situation.
Yeah, absolutely.
So this whole the whole system has changed. It's pivoted. So, you know, the Jesse Jackson acolytes may not be built for this segment of history. Advise. You still should advise.
That's right.
But you may not be built for this segment.
I agree.
Because I haven't seen any of them out in the forefront.
No, of course not. You don't see Jesse James.
Nah, he's been out, but I mean, I was on a call with him with Rainbow Push a couple of weeks ago, and but it's a young brother leading the charge.
Okay.
So he's an advisor in that. You know, but that's what it's supposed to be. You're supposed to advise. You got to pass that torch.
Yeah. So what do y'all think about all of the changes that are happening?
That's your phone.
They're 100-some years overdue, but we'll take them. I ain't impressed with none of them.
Yeah.
No.
What about you, Sean? Are you impressed with the changes that are happening from companies all of a sudden?
You know, I'm you know, if you listen to my channel, man, if you listen to me and you read my books, you know, I never talk about change being external to me. For me, the change must come from within me, man. And so I'm really not interested in what anybody else is doing external to me. I'm always interested in what I'm doing, you know, the change I'm making for myself. So you know, I got to help me. You know, I got to help me, and I think Black people got to start helping themselves instead of looking outside and external to themselves for somebody to help them. That's the sucker move to me, man. That's my opinion, man. You know, all of that old poor me and all what happened and this and that, man. I ain't with all that, man.
I agree. We keep asking, we keep talking. You know what I mean? Why do we keep asking? What are we asking?
You know, It's crazy even in farming circles, right? So you got all these brothers who, I don't know what you could, New Africans, Hotep crews, some Muslims, they all revolutionaries.
Mm-hmm.
But line up as soon as the government want to hand out a grant.
Yep.
And
Yep.
I'm confused.
Yep. Exactly.
I'm like, nah, man, I'm gonna sit here. I like to call it the Howlin' Wolf theory. I'm gonna sit here with this old pickup truck. Y'all had a Cadillac.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna own everything that's mine.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna own everything. I don't have no loans. I don't want no. So when the bad time come, I can just weather it. I don't have to worry about somebody calling in, making a margin call on me.
Right.
So, and that's what made us successful. It wasn't these big houses. All of us that went to college had somebody at home, an auntie or a granny, that was in one of them little shotgun houses or a little row house, and she was sending you that $80 every time you needed it.
Right.
Because she had it.
Right.
Your auntie that was the AKA or the Delta that had the Mercedes or the BMW 325i, she never sent you no money.
Nope.
She sent you advice.
Just advice, yep.
We just say the 320.
E320.
That Mercedes,
So we got to simplify. We got to go back to what's simple, and that's when your wealth is going to come. But they're always with people who good with money. So you can't look. Those people are just a class unto themselves. There's always people who's good with their hands, can make stuff, can make money out of nothing. That's just how God gifted them. But as a people, we gotta just look internally. Look what made us successful. It was building our own mechanisms. But that they did a good job on us, man. I don't care how good a black thing you build. A lot of brothers and sisters are gonna run to the other side because they think that ice gets colder.
Wow. I mean, I applaud them for, reaching out. Uber, giving us free would they taking away the delivery fee if you go to a black restaurant, stuff like that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, on Uber Eats, so like they are highlighting black restaurants or whatever.
That's cool.
And I understand their gesture, but it also makes you think, like, before George Floyd, what were y'all thinking before this? Because last year,
that cow.
That's right.
Yeah,
we gotta understand that there's a difference between, adhering or liking black people and liking the black dollar. You know what I'm saying? And I think that these companies are made to change because of the black dollar. If they lose the black dollar, if we're spending 1.3 trillion a year, and I get this much, right, and I'm depending on that, whatever 600 million or whatever I get a year from you, I won't make the changes.
So what's the difference between last year and the year before that when we
burned some buildings?
But business is coming down. That's a difference. That's a difference. Yeah, absolutely.
Because I'm like, all of a sudden,
that's the difference.
Companies are sending out letters. We stand with you all or whatever. And I'm like, so y'all wasn't standing with us?
No, they weren't.
2 years ago?
No, they stand with the dollar. That's the thing.
Well, I think
you ever see the
I think to see, I think the whole world, when they saw that video of George Floyd with 4 cops on his back, one on the small of his back, 2 of them holding his ankles, and I've had my encounters with police, and then one dude with his knee on his neck, and you hear this man telling him, "Yo, I can't breathe, and then eventually dying, and then you see his urine come out from underneath. I think that touched all human beings, and I think that was evident in the demonstrations that we saw around the planet. So, you asked Trinette what was the change from 2 years ago to today. I think that video, I think everybody looked at that video and was like, what's going on here, man? What are we doing, man? And that's my opinion on that.
But juxtapose that with Colin Kaepernick kneeling for against police violence, and then you really have a man how he couldn't understand the irony, kneeling on another human being's neck for 8 minutes.
Crazy.
But y'all was pissed off and angry at a man who kneeled during a game, during a pastime. And it just, once you see it in normal people, reasonable people would be like, well, man, they were talking about kneeling against police violence, and here this policeman kneels violently on a human being. So how can you not be moved? If you're not moved, you're either a Confederate or you're just a Confederate. I mean, the only thing you just hate black people. I mean, there ain't no other two ways to put that.
Well, they said that they're gonna, with the NFL, is going to allow us to sing the Black National Anthem
only for the first week.
Only for the first week.
That's it.
Wasn't no black people on that conference call. That was something that a dude who got a black girlfriend came up with.
I'm saying.
So, it's not going to be throughout.
No.
Yeah, but the dude who came up with that got a black girlfriend or got a black best friend.
Yeah, exactly. Or they just don't want to. They don't want to miss that black dollar. I mean, that's what it is. That's all it is.
They can't make dollars without black. So that's what
exactly.
Them brothers are starting to wake up.
Exactly.
Wow. Yeah. I thought they meant like throughout the games from here on out, just for the first week.
Why?
You just punched me in the face with that.
Why? I love James Weldon Johnson. He's got a connection to the AUC.
Right.
But why?
Wow.
Why don't you tell why we had to have a minute before the anthem, explain why they had to have a black national anthem. Do that for the first week. Educate the people on why there's a black national anthem. And then maybe play it, maybe not. But the education is what's the problem in America. We are so misinformed and we are so underinformed. All we do is consume cotton candy in America. That's it.
Yep.
Nobody wants to eat oatmeal and raisins. It's all cotton candy.
Wow. You've got mail messages from him with Tashawn and friends and with special guest Arthur Sean Gunby in here. We are talking about current events and what's happening and how the black men and black families and so forth are feeling. Wow. Yeah, I didn't know it was gonna be just 1 week, but
Listen, man. I talked a little bit about this. I don't know if I talked about this in my book, but check this out, man. The NFL is not a government organization, right? The NFL owners, all 20. How many teams is it? 26. Whatever it is.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, right? These are for-profit businesses, man. All they're interested in is the income statement. What's my revenue?
Right.
And what's my profit? Right. These are men who took the risk. These are entrepreneurs. They put up their money or they took loans or whatever to buy these teams, and they are to run their teams to make a profit, right? So, they don't, they could do whatever they want to do, in my opinion. They don't have to, there's no black tax dollars that goes into the NFL. These are these white dudes. They put their money up. They could do whatever they want to do. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not into, they got to do this, they got to do that, to cater to black people, man. Because if I buy a team, if I want to hire all green people with blue ears, then that's on me because it's my money. I could do what I want to do with my money, and ain't nobody going to tell me what to do with my money. And, I think we got to, stop, we got to impose our emotions on everything. That's whack, man. You buy you a team and then you can hire who you want to hire. This is, that's your money. Like I'm gonna hire who I want to hire with my money, man.
How's the NFL making their money?
Well, I was going to add there's a bit of an oversimple. Yeah. Oh,
I've never looked at an NFL income statement or balance sheet, but I would assume that it's the ticket sales.
So if the ticket sales a majority of whoever, right? And the
majority who?
Well, I don't know. I'm just asking. I'm just saying. So if the majority, whoever the
majority of the ticket
is,
sales are the white
corporations.
People.
Right. So
you look at an NFL game, it's always more white people at NFL games than black people.
You're absolutely right.
As far as fans, man.
So now, if the majority is being disrespected, however way, the league has no responsibility to change.
Say that again.
If the majority is being disrespected in any way.
What majority?
No, I'm just asking. I'm not saying the black. I'm just saying whoever the majority is, whites. So if the whites are being disrespected in every way,
then stop going, man. Listen. I got a window cleaning business, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can hire whoever I want to hire. That's my money. That's my business, man. You can't tell me who to hire, man.
You're right.
You know, if I bought a team and I want to have the head coach be from Czechoslovakia, yo, that's on me, man.
Mm-hmm.
You can't tell me what to do with my money because ain't nobody, if my team fails, if I lose all my money, y'all not coming to help me to give me none.
Mm.
So
Okay.
so don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't, I ain't with all that, man. I ain't with all of that, man. You get your money together, you buy your own team, you do what you want to do. Man.
So do we have enough resources to buy our own team
Well,
and to
Let me add a point.
Flags.
Yeah, we got plenty of money to do that.
We who it's an individual. Usually it's individuals, man, that buy teams, man.
Mhm.
I mean, what do you know, we.
So it's a
With the
couple
whole
of
black
things.
America's gonna buy a team.
That's
Well,
what I'm
it's an
asking.
oversimplification of a couple of things. One, these
Mhm.
guys always use taxpayers' money to buy a team. They never buy the team with cash. In order for them to get a stadium, every stadium in America is tax funded. Every team that plays in a city in America is there because they eliminated the tax burden on that team.
Mhm.
And every one of these teams got their start by knocking down a black neighborhood and getting into cheap labor and
Come on,
getting
Wayne.
cheap property.
Come on, Wayne. Don't do that, man.
Don't do what? That's taxes.
Don't do that, man. Don't do
So
that, man.
they're
Don't
getting
do-
ahead by getting free taxes where you got to pay taxes.
Don't do that, man. Don't try to bend the conversation, man. And come on, man. Don't do that.
That's
man.
not bending it.
Don't do that. Man.
In order for them to make a profit, you have to have something free.
All right, so let me say this: the same tax breaks or whatever benefits that you're highlighting, brothers could do it too, right?
I would love for them to give me a farm
Argentina
tax
could
free.
do it too. A dude from Brazil could do it too. A dude from Malaysia could do it too. A dude from the Philippines could do it too. So
No, they can't.
come on,
It's
man.
a municipality. It's a municipal tax break.
Right, but whatever the process is, it can be done. It could be done, man. You know what I'm saying?
No, it can't. You have to be connected. It is I have money. And because I have money, I have access. So with that saying, I want to buy a team. But I'm going to put my team somewhere that is not going to cost me a lot of money to get this land. I'm not going to move it into Alpharetta. Why ain't there no teams in Alpharetta? Why ain't there no teams in Brookhaven?
Man, I disagree with you 8,000%.
But it's because of property value.
I ain't going for
So
that.
they're not going to take that money. But then you don't have to pay taxes. So if you don't have to pay taxes, and I put $1 billion up, and you getting 7-8% on that billion, you making money hand over fist. And then you're bringing in people from that community, and you're paying them $6 an hour, but you're paying your executive who doesn't have executive experience. He just has access $150,000 a year to control black bodies.
No proof of what you're saying, Wayne.
I absolutely do. My friend was an NFL player rep. He went to Morris Brown. Nick Ferguson was an NFL player rep.
You haven't looked at all 26 of the team's financial statements. You do not have the understanding of the whole arrangement. You're kind of speaking very vaguely. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not actually. It's pretty well documented.
Trying to make excuses, you know.
Not an excuse. It's pretty well documented. That's why when Cleveland, we just use the example of Baltimore and Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
Baltimore left in the middle of the night because they couldn't get the tax breaks. Right? They left.
I would have did the same thing. They wouldn't have gave them to me. I would have did the same thing as a businessman. See, I have an accounting degree. I came through here at Morris Brown with an accounting degree, and then I got a master's in finance. I'm a numbers man. If the numbers don't work out, I ain't with it. If the numbers work out, I'm with it. You understand? Straight left brain, straight left cerebral cortex. I don't care what it is. If the money ain't right, I ain't with it, man. I could be dealing with a purple person with a yellow nose, man. If the money don't work, I ain't with it.
So for you, it's like the color doesn't matter.
Man,
just
I don't care about none of that, man, because y'all don't care when when I'm down, you know what I'm saying? When I'm down in the dipsy dumpster, you know, black people don't care. Everybody is for themselves, man. Stop that, man. We're not gonna do that, man.
You think everybody's for themselves?
Man, the first law of nature is self-preservation, man. Don't nobody care. You understand? Everybody pump faking. All this Black Lives Matter is all pump faking, man.
You think so?
Man, ain't no doubt. They killing the way they killing niggas in Chicago, left and right. Why ain't no Black Lives Matter protests up there?
I
those people go to jail.
Who?
Those people go to jail.
No, but I'm saying, why ain't the Black Lives Matter movement?
That is a question that a lot of people
on the south side and the west side of Chicago, the same way. You understand? And I'm with it, man. What they did to George Floyd, man, was cold-blooded wrong, man. And we do got to address these white cops who scared of brothers, and their first thing is to shoot them and kill them unjustifiably. I understand all that, but it's a lot of black-on-black crime going on in Newark, Jersey City, Brooklyn, Chicago, Los Angeles, Miami, Oakland. And where's the Black Lives Matter movement at, man? Stop with that, man.
Let's be honest about a couple things. There was black lives. There was black on black crime in Mali. There was black on black crime during Shaka Zulu's time. Black people are human beings. We're gonna kill each other.
Absolutely.
Like every other,
it's like every other ethnic
race of people.
I agree.
Right? That ain't no different.
Right.
When in the inner city, when somebody pulls out a hammer and bangs on somebody, they gonna get caught. They're gonna go to jail. They're gonna do some time.
Not always.
Black lives, for the most part, they're gonna go to jail.
Okay.
A few people can get away with some stuff, but they're gonna get caught for something else anyway and do some time and kind of be like, I'm just gonna sit down for a little while. So what was going on was these police were getting away with, and people acting as police were getting away with murder, killing us in the street. Black Lives Matter is specifically addressing the issue of people getting away with murder. So if I'm in a neighborhood that is over patrolled by police and we are being overly arrested, we ain't getting away with crime. A lot of us is getting put away for crime we didn't do. So there's no need for a movement when you know you're going to jail. The movement is because these people, these police officers, these COs were killing people and there were no ramifications.
What is the
all the movement is about?
Of Black Lives Matter? Like who? You said that it is.
It's a movement. It's a movement. There is no definition.
Because I do have that question too. Like the crime that's happening in our own communities. Was it a couple of weeks ago? The kids who got shot in Chicago. The
on Father's Day weekend.
Yeah, Father's Day weekend.
100 people, man.
So, is it a responsibility of Black Lives Matter to fight?
No,
it's not.
No.
You said it is. You say it is. It is.
No, because
they got mechanisms in Chicago. Everybody loved talking about Chicago. This is a place 50 years ago that was bombing neighborhoods, literally with bombs. The mafia was blowing people up. Chicago has always been deadly. The Irish was killing people by the tons. The murder rate will never be touched what Murder Inc. and them did in Chicago. They never touched that what they're doing now. It's easy for them not to address systemic racism by saying, "Oh, you people kill each other. Everybody kills each other." Chicago has always been that way. That is the culture of the city. That's not the culture of black people.
Right.
To live in Chicago, you got to be hard. To be in crime in Chicago, you damn near got to be crazy and a psychopath.
Yeah, that same weekend it was a
100 and
it was a bloodbath in New York too. It wasn't 100, but it was crazy in that
really
weekend. Yeah,
summertime. This ain't nothing new. Every summer the murder rates tick up.
So Erica said Black Lives Matter movement is about whites and officers who get away with assault and murder. When there is black on black assaults and murders take place, they get arrested, convicted, in jail.
Yeah,
that's in it too.
Carmen says black on black crime is media propaganda.
Yep. Just like saying Dr. King had an eye for the ladies. That don't discount nothing of what he did, the work. Like saying that Malcolm X was too pure. He wouldn't get dirty. That don't discount nothing at what he did. Saying that that Marcus Garvey should have had Sean on his staff. He needed an accountant. Don't discount nothing what he did.
So
W. Du Bois was too good for everybody. Doesn't discount anything of what he did. Everybody has flaws.
Mm-hmm. Is the NAACP active? Have they been working on these cases, or like what are
good question?
Legal
I don't
Defense
know.
Fund has. Yeah, Legal Defense Fund has.
Okay.
They've been putting a lot of money behind a lot of these cases.
So the funds that these companies are now saying that we're back in the movement, the funds are going to Black Lives Matter or NAACP, or where are the funds going to? Does anyone know?
Black Lives Matter is not an organization. I don't believe they can actually accept funds. Where some of this, like a lot of the money I gave was to bail for these protesters, and then people in my circle that we donate money. I asked everybody to donate like $500 to the bail relief so that these protesters could get out of jail. But it's a like somebody saying it's a mission. It's not like SNCC or NAACP.
Okay.
And people are trying to make it something to hamstring it. They want it to be like, because they figured out how to attack and neutralize all the other organizations, but you can't neutralize an amoeba.
Okay.
You cut it, it's going to stay alive.
Carmen says Black Lives Matter mission is about police brutality. Crime and local is not their focus. There are other organizations working in their local communities to combat their issue.
Yeah. Father Flanagan in Chicago has been all over it. The nation has been all over what's going on in Chicago. But the Chicago is cultural. That is that city.
So we shouldn't look for Black Lives Matter to solve the Chicago crime.
No, they can't. They're not from Chicago.
Right.
I didn't say solve it, man. But why y'all not protesting, man?
Well, yeah, and
why you not out there
protesting Chicago all the time?
But you
this
know
is
what?
every year, man.
Yeah.
This is every year in Chicago, man.
Well,
Yeah.
Sean,
So
I'm gonna put you in touch with my man from Englewood, because I can't
But
speak
you know
to
what?
it
I had
close.
the
He's
same
in there.
question
You know what I'm saying, man?
years ago
Come on, man.
here in
Stop,
Atlanta when we had some kids to be killed from gun violence in our own and by the school, and that was one of my questions. Like, why don't we protest for that as well? Like, what is that difference? Like, our innocent kids are getting killed by our own as well. I don't know. Like, what is the difference? Like,
The difference for Black people is we always looking for a we instead of being the we.
Right.
okay.
It's as simple as that. Be the we.
That's it.
I didn't understand that comment. What you mean? We looking
Be
for
the we.
being with
People always say we. Why aren't we protesting? I'm saying start the protest.
Start the protest.
Yeah.
Instead of saying we, organize it, start it.
Yeah. Gotcha. You've got mail messages from him. I got my friends up in here, Farmer Wayne, DJ Johnny Prince, and I got Arthur Sean Gunby.
Yeah.
You up in here. We having real talk, raw conversation with Black men, for Black men, with Black men.
And one Black woman.
Yes, with a Black woman.
With the
you
queen.
know? The queen. I'm going to take that role. The queen.
That's right.
I'm going to take that role. I'm coming into my own, y'all.
Come into it, girl. Come on.
Coming into it, you know.
Come on.
Grab a scepter. Bring a scepter with you.
I'm surrounded by good Black men out
Got that
here.
Right.
You know, entrepreneurs.
Thinkers. This is what I love about us.
Yeah.
Family. Yeah. It's about us. You know, it's right. We rising. You know.
And I love that we now are able to show people that we can think 360 degrees, and I love it. I love that people have difference of opinions, and we don't. Most people think we all think exactly the same. We family like everybody else. We got difference of opinions,
and we show each other respect. I think that's the process. I think that's the misconception. It's like we all Black. We're supposed to think the same and do the same, and then if somebody doesn't agree, then we get disrespectful or whatnot. And it's like, no, we have conversations too.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, that's the purpose of the show.
Yeah.
We having raw conversations, you know, and so forth. Carmen says we don't protest in-house things. It gets handled internally. We report the crimes. It's about holding the Black accountable. Protests are ineffective for that. All right.
Well, I want to talk about real quick, right? Like,
Mhm.
like black people now starting to turn into Karens and something else.
I saw your post. Who is the black woman who turned into Karen?
No, and not that's something else. But then there are
turn into who? What
Karens.
Karens.
You know the new term Karens, the white women who were calling the police on black people just for no reason.
Okay. Yeah. And not only that, black people are now chasing Karens, looking for Karens to just videotape them, and put them on blast and they get fired. I'm like, yo, we gotta stop. Like, that's crazy.
Speaking of that, y'all know now I did see
how Karen did the other day, how she backed out on that black chick and the daughter.
Yeah, so let's talk about. Did you see that video, Sean? Where she the white woman pulled out the gun.
I saw that.
Now I don't know what I saw it one time. I didn't get into the story, right? But she already got in the car. She's in the car.
Okay.
In the car. The black woman is still with her stuff, with her daughter. Now keep in mind that you got your baby with you.
Yeah.
Right? However old she is, you got your daughter with you.
Yeah.
She already said, all right, let me go. Let me leave. Got in the car. You know what I mean? The husband put in the car, whatever. They about to pull off. She kept talking. She came out and backed out.
Yeah. Yeah.
I told you to leave. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
And you could see the drool out of her mouth.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
She about to shoot this girl.
I was a little conflicted when I saw the video, and I said that she went back to now her pulling out the gun. I think that was excessive. Like, that was too much for her and her daughter.
She was in the car already.
She was in the car. But when she came out with that gun, then that's when I was like, well, that was a little too much.
Wait a minute. Were any of y'all there and saw the whole thing?
No, and that's why I said I had to.
Come on,
well, that's the reason why I said I had to relook at the because the initial one, everyone was just showing the white woman pulling out the gun.
We don't know what was said, what led up to that incident. Yeah.
They showed the whole video.
Yeah, so the whole video. Yeah.
They showed
the whole video.
Right, but there could have been a confrontation early on. There could have been some words said early on.
Well, it was, yeah.
There was.
I didn't watch the whole thing, so typically my thing. If I don't know the whole thing, I try not to speak on.
Right.
Yeah,
I don't know.
They did show the entire video, and they exchanged words first. So, from my understanding, which showed in the video, the white woman bumped into her daughter.
Okay,
and she didn't say excuse me, and that's when the confrontation, the verbal confrontation began, and she was videotaping it. But then the white woman got into her car because she asked her to stop. She got into the car, but then the black woman went behind her car as they were pulling out. But why would she get the tag number
because she said she was going to report them for assault? She says it in the video. I don't know how come black people keep missing that part.
Well, no, I saw that, but so is bumping, and I think I asked y'all this, bumping someone, that's an assault?
I don't know. I don't know the law on that. I know if you bump me, like you touch me, you hit me. If you did it intentionally, it's an assault.
She walked through the little girl. She instead of saying excuse me, she walked through her.
Yeah.
And the mom was like, hey, you don't want to say excuse me. And then they had words. They confirmed on the video, yeah, I walked through her and she should move. So then they're having a conversation. The husband comes out, and first thing he says is, who the F do y'all think y'all are? Y'all don't get to talk to us like this. So then the girl was like, well, I'm going to report y'all for assault. And I'm going to get the tag number. And the little girl was saying, don't go behind the car. The mom is saying, I need to get the tag number. And she's like, I'm not leaving. She tells the girl to leave. The girl's like, I'm not leaving you. The mom tries to get behind the tag, get the tag. The white woman had been, you can tell some people was just itching to pull out. She was itching to pull out. She racked around.
She racked around. She sure did.
Racked around and then was like, get back. Then she got scared when she had a gun in her hand.
Yeah.
So she gonna do some time or get a fine for pulling out the gun.
Yeah, because they arrested both of them.
I done been in situations where somebody has bumped my car and was gonna act like they's gonna drive away. I'm armed. And we fussing about it at the gas station, but I ain't thinking about pulling out. Just like, man, you know, either get your insurance information together.
He was holding that
or
gun.
I'm gonna get your tag number and I'm gonna report you for hit and run. But I ain't gonna pull out. Because if I pull out, you should be shooting somebody. You ain't pulling out to get nobody off you.
What made her get back out the car?
The girl went behind the car to get the video. Get the tag.
Okay.
So that's okay. So that prompted her to get out the car and pull her gun.
Yeah, because there's two videos.
Right.
One girl went behind the video, and then she was like, "Get from behind my car," and she walked back there and got him out, and you can hear the person say, "You have plenty of room to leave. All y'all had to do was just drive off."
Mm.
Man, oh man.
So my thing about this, and this is for us, we have been so conditioned by white supremacy that it is hard for us to see fault in some white people in situations, even when they're wrong. We have to find some fault with us because that's the conditioning that we've been put under. There has to be this. Why would you pull a gun out on this black lady? If the black lady would have just kept her mouth shut. You mean to tell me somebody should be threatened with death because they got a loose mouth? This ain't the streets. It's a parking lot. And clearly she wasn't going to kill her because she would have killed her. No, that is not common decency.
The condition is real. You're right.
That's
So would y'all have
condition
pulled out a gun?
What condition is real, man? What y'all talking about?
That we are conditioned to find fault with ourselves. We who? Us. African Americans, people in America. Black people in America.
Nah, man, you can't speak for me, Wayne. Man, you don't.
I'm not speaking for you. I'm speaking for the condition.
You said black people. You can't speak for me, kid.
You're 100% correct.
We went to school here together. I remember you going to school here. Me and you was here in the 80s and 90s, but that was 30 years ago, homeboy. You can't speak for me, man, and you can't speak for all black people, man. Stop doing that, man.
So you don't 100% correct. Man. I'm not speaking for all black people. I'm speaking for the people.
Man. You just said we, and then I asked you.
You correct.
Us.
I mean, clarify. What I'm speaking to are the people who find fault with the person that got a gun pulled on them and saying that they was doing too much. The lady was doing too much. That's why she pulled a gun on.
Right, but that's irrelevant from the definitive statement that you made when you said we. And then
point taken. I don't even like that. So yeah, point taken. Correction given. Correction taken.
Speak for everybody.
So you don't. So you don't believe there's no conditioning from white America, white supremacy on black Americans at all?
Conditioning. I mean, what do you add some more color to that, to what you're saying, man?
I think.
Why haven't we killed them all?
What?
What kept us from killing them all?
What kept us from killing all white people?
I don't know, man. What kind of question is that?
I mean,
after seeing people get babies ripped out their stomach after Emmett Till, what's kept us from going after every one of the Confederates like they've done every other war in the world where the opposition killed people? They went back and settled scores. What kept us from doing that?
What you think,
man? Y'all asking some real rhetorical questions.
That's
man.
Not rhetorical.
These are. How do I have the answer to a question like that? You tell me. You brought up the question. Why do you think it?
There's some sort of conditioning. It has some sort of conditioning. It's some conditioning. What was gonna make me? What would make me kill you? What would make a black man kill a black man, another black man continuously, like this nonstop? What black on black crime? Like, why is that so prevalent?
What's your reason?
There's a certain conditioning. There's a system that put in place for us to be different to separate us. No, you don't think so?
Come on, man. This that's weak, man.
Oh man,
that's weak.
You ain't say it ain't true.
It ain't true.
To blame.
I'm not saying
nobody's saying it's a blame.
To blame somebody else, man.
We can't disregard the conditioning. We can't forget about that. We can't be like, nah, we got to do better, y'all, without understanding why we here. How did we get here? What made me kill you? What made me
treat the wound so it can heal properly?
That's what I'm saying.
How do we get here? How do we get here?
There's a system. There's a conditioning that came in place.
How do we get here? Oh, you're talking about as far as black people fighting, conflicting, right? Constantly, right? That came from somewhere. Because we weren't this type of people forever. How do you know that?
No, we fought wars in Africa. We still fought wars against each other. That's how they got to us.
We let out this conversation. Wayne let out that all ethnicities fight each other. That the fact that it's human existence, humans are gonna fight humans. You understand? That there's gonna be death amongst homogeneous different sects of humans. So
yes,
you know, and now you saying that we conditioned.
There's not, so you're saying it's not there's a system, bro. There's a system in place. There's a system designed for us. Let me say something. So we can go back as far as the Democratic and like it can go deeper. The Democratic and the Republican Party, how the Democrats, they were designed to, there was a limit for us to even get land. There was a limit. We can go back to even Bill Clinton, the mass incarceration. You know what I'm saying? Like we can go back to that. Like that all came from a system that was designed, that was put in place to keep us at a limit, to keep us in a place, right? To keep us there. Now, I'm not saying that we can't get out of that place. We can't get out of that system, but that was designed to keep us at a place.
It was designed to keep us from getting off the sidewalk and not smacking back. So that's why when you hear people,
no, that's a choice, man. That's a choice.
It's a choice. Man. So all right. So anybody ever,
brothers, man, it was a lot of brothers, man, that just wasn't with it, man.
No, I agree.
There was a lot of brothers that just wasn't with it and was willing to defend themselves.
But that doesn't mean the system is not in place, though. The system is still there, though.
Right? The system was in place.
Now we can choose.
It was some black brothers that chose with the system in place, and the repression was even more intense. And they chose like, yo, I ain't with this, man.
Absolutely.
You got to kill me, man.
People don't talk about that. You're right. Yeah, absolutely.
Now, if you are a passive person, if you allow your passivity to allow somebody to just handle you any kind of way, then that's on you. You understand? You know, that's my position, right? Because I've been in prison, right? Mm-hmm. And if you allow someone, you have to defend yourself, man.
You're making the point.
You understand? You have to defend yourself.
You are making the point.
You have to decide that, you not doing this here. I ain't going for this. And you have to make it known, then you gonna be all right. But if you allow certain things to go on, then you will be taken advantage of, man. Now,
that's the point, brother. That's the whole point.
That doesn't mean
what's the point? Y'all talking about some system, man, and all of this.
That is the system. What you just talked about is a system.
Got a choice to live or die, man. You have a choice to live or die, man. You understand?
The prison is a system. Like that's a system.
Oh man. See,
and so you did choose. No. What I'm saying is that's
you just gave the perfect example of what we talking about.
Right.
You gave the perfect example.
No, the example I was speaking of, because y'all two, and the prevalent the prevalent thought process of a lot of black people, and I've been there at points in my life, is that somehow I don't have a right to my life, and that my will is controlled by some system or controlled by white people per se, right? But at some point, you have to decide and understand that the sun, moon, and stars gave me my life, and I have a right to my life irrespective of whatever the person is, even if it's another nigga. You understand? I got a right to my life. Mm-hmm. Now, I believe this, that if, hypothetically speaking, if another country came here, right, and put boots on the ground and overtook America, China, Russia, or whoever else, North Korea, I think at the top of their agenda would be to re-enslave black people, right? Mm-hmm. And I think that black people would say, damn, man, I got to go back in slavery, man, and willingly go. It'll only be a few, because I know me. I'm going to get little Sean, and I'm going to look at him in his eye, and I'm going to kiss him in his mouth, and I'm going to say, Sean, listen, we not bowing down. There's no man greater than us. So what we going to do, you see these dudes right here with these guns, we going to run at them, and we going out like that.
Now, why would you think that black people will willingly go back to slavery?
Because the same way they willingly wore masks and went in the house and stayed in the house with coronavirus. Not one shot was fired.
And what do you think
the
that's
whole planet? And this condition now, this condition that I speak of it's not even a black thing no more. It's a world thing. All you need is power to tell people what to do, and they willingly do it. Even white people in this country. When the government told everybody go in the house and don't come outside, nobody bucked. Everybody went in the house and shut their mouth.
I think most people bucked until somebody they knew died.
Ain't nobody bucked. Everybody went in the house.
I ain't going in the house until somebody I knew died.
In March and April, everybody went in the house when they was told to go in the house. Everybody is a sheep. White people sheep, black people, the whole planet is sheep. There are no more
that's because they killed all the wolves.
There are no more H. Rap Browns. There are no more Malcolm X's. There are no more Che Guevara's. There are no more Fidel Castro. There are no more fighters. Everybody.
Why are there no more fighters?
Soft. I don't know, because they soft.
Because they killed them all. Ain't nobody soft. They killed them all.
Right, but they went out. So went out like troopers, though.
You breeding, but listen to what you're saying. Now I'm just gonna go back. This is back in my Jersey days. We used to roll dogs, right? Why is that a pit bull will kill another pit bull and anything that looks like a dog but won't bite a person? In your training of the dog, you are conditioning that dog to not see you as a threat, or the consequences are so severe that you're gonna kill that dog if it bites you.
Yeah, but you still got a right to your life. Everybody's
I'm not saying we're not this. Let me talk it all the way through, because it's the same example as what you gave in prison. If generation after generation we have to get off the sidewalk so white people can walk by.
You didn't have to get off the sidewalk. You could have said, "Nah, I'm not getting off the sidewalk. I choose death."
You wasn't there.
Right, but I wasn't there. It was some people that probably chose that. I'm not.
You don't choose.
I ain't laughing at no corny jokes. I ain't doing that. Just go and bring me up from this tree, man.
Some of the strongest people on the planet that have ever existed remained enslaved and stayed in the system because they had kids. They got them in slave narratives, and they said, "Look, I can kill everybody." And there's a book called The Last Barracoon, and he said, "Yo, we beat this dude. He hit a woman on the plantation." And they beat him up real bad and took him to the big house. And they said, "Look, we're going to live by these rules, but y'all ain't going to beat our women. But this is the rule. If we decide to go, we'll go. But there's something bigger at play here," right? So they understood this wasn't going to last forever. So they beat this man within an inch of his life, dropped him off on the porch, and was like, "Anybody else come down here and do this, we're going to kill him. And we probably going to kill everybody." That was 1863. 2 years later, the Civil War ends, or whatever happens, is in Alabama. The place is called Africa Town. Mm-hmm. After the war, they didn't leave. They went to the house and was like, "Look, basically, we run this place. We're going to take this 150 acres over here and make our little town. You stay over there, or we can work together, whatever it is you choose. But if y'all come here, come heavy, because we're going to kill everybody."
Man, y'all got to
That went on across. You're not hearing me. You're not hearing what I'm saying.
Stop blaming.
You're not hearing. I don't have any problem with white people. I'm self-contained.
That's what you're hearing.
You got to look at yourself.
I'm self-contained. You're not hearing me. My business is self-contained. No loans from a black. My loans come from 2 Morris Brownites, black guys. Mm-hmm. I don't have no loans with the government. I don't have no loans with anybody. My loans come from black people. My customer base, 85% black.
Gotta stop.
My other businesses, 85%, 90% black. Nobody is leaning on white people. You don't have to lean on white people to make money.
Neither one of us lean.
I don't.
Yeah, but y'all.
My businesses. You're not hearing what we're saying.
Your whole thrust of everything y'all are saying, all the system, this and that, man.
The conditioning. I condition animals for a living.
But you could recondition yourself, man.
Absolutely.
And nobody's saying you can't.
Nobody's saying you can't.
And that's your responsibility, is to recondition yourself, man.
How do you know that you can recondition? If you live behind a fence, right? And nobody ever showed you how to climb the fence.
Come on, Wayne.
One day to leave. Hold on.
It's a true
scenario.
Stop that, man.
It's a true scenario.
real whack, man. This is getting real.
It's not whack. It's real. I literally have a 1,500-pound animal that won't go through a gate.
Man, let's talk. Let's be masculine about this thing, man.
Well, I'm sitting here telling you, when you come to my farm, see how my bull reacts to you, and see how he reacts to me. Let's see it. If we being masculine, let me put you out there with that 1,500-pound bull or my 120-pound dog that takes him down. There's training and there's conditioning. Right. That's a fact. They don't mess with me.
Condition yourself, man.
Why would I need? Why I'm completely self-contained black and making money.
I ain't talking about you. I'm talking about the way y'all, grouping. You saying we and then we and this, everything. Come on, man. I'm tired of this, man. This conversation is this whole narrative, man, is whack, man.
It's not whack. People are now realizing they get to walk through the gate.
You got to make yourself what you want yourself to be, man. You got to be unstoppable, man. You got to do.
Only way you can do that.
Stand on your
somebody has to show you.
And you don't got to stay in this country no more. If you don't like it here, whatever, you got a big beef or whatever, then you could get you a $1,500 one-way flight, go to Africa, and start all over again, man. You understand?
Oh man,
we couldn't do that.
I'm buying land in Africa anyway.
40s, yeah, me too. We didn't have the money, man. Stop all
this.
We
always had the money, man. Don't listen to that. We always had the money. We always had the money.
Mail messages from him with Tashawn and friends.
Yo,
I am Tashawn. I got my hosts, my friends in here, Farmer Wayne, DJ Johnny Prince, and a special guest Arthur Sean Gunby. The conversation is needed. It's good dialogue. It's good conversation, and I think everyone has their point in what they're trying to say. But
I address a couple of points. We have always had wealth. That is that systematic training where they convince you that we poor. If we was poor, they would have shipped all of us out of here because they really didn't want to deal with us. We are the milk, the blood of this country. They use us. We pump through the veins of America. If black dollars stop, if black people stop, America dries up and withers away.
Right. 17%. 17% of this country is black people. If that dollar stop, if we completely leave, this will be a fall of America. Fact. However you want to take it, fact. That's a fact. 17% leaves America. America is done.
They had all the power. They could have put us on boats and shipped us off. Why didn't they?
Yeah.
They could have killed us all. Why didn't they?
I'm definitely not for blaming white men and blaming the system. No, I'm just saying
that's all you've been doing.
Nobody said that. Nobody blamed no white people.
We're not saying that. What we're saying is there is a system in place. I'm not blaming the
Let me say this here, man.
I'm just saying that I'm not saying that there's none there. I'm just saying that there's one there, but I'm not blaming the system. I'm not saying
I hope you wouldn't blame the sister that won't leave when the abusive husband goes to work, but because he gonna get a black eye every night, the door is open and she don't leave.
Right.
That's not her fault. She has to learn out of her conditioning.
So it's her fault that she's there? That's what I'm saying. That's that example right there.
If she stays there every night, right, and get her ass whooped every night. At first, she is a victim, right? When it first kicks off, she's a victim. If she remains there, she's a volunteer. Point blank and frank. Now, let me say this here, man. Let me go ahead. Let me speak my piece, man. This is Sean G, man. You understand? When we speak in the context of the system, it's spoken of within the black community as we talking about white people, right? So, but check this out. All white people ain't with this racism that's going on, right? If you looked at the countries of France, the Netherlands, Germany, even all over America during the protests 60 days ago, or however many weeks ago it was a lot of white people out there protesting for George Floyd, right? All white people don't hate niggas, man.
I don't even use that word.
All white
That's what I'm
people.
saying.
All white people is not against black people, man. Yes, there are white people that don't like black people, and they have a right to their life, man. If that's the way they want to get down, cool. You got a lot of black people that hate white people. If that's the way they want to get down, cool. Everybody's got a right to their life. So, you know, to continue to live and I find this more prevalent, man, in the South, man, with this mindset and this narrative of, you know, white and black, man. But it you know, and it's all over. It's from, you know, California to New Hampshire, down to Miami, over to Texas. You know, yeah, there is racism. There is systemic racism in America, guaranteed. But to just indict all white people saying that, yo, they all feel
all white
way,
people?
man.
But that's what I'm saying. Who's saying that though?
What I said, that when we speak of as they, like you were saying, why didn't they kill us all? Why didn't they put us on boats and ship? Who you speaking about when you talking about they? You speaking about white people, right?
You're speaking about a system.
Okay.
The power structure, the system.
All right, so
The power structure,
okay,
right.
so when you talk about the power structure, who you talking about?
The
White
same
people
people you were talking about that said that
Okay,
to go
my
to
point
Chicago
exactly.
and work
My
on black
point
on black
exactly, man.
violence.
All white people ain't with this
Well,
shit,
we're not
man.
saying all white people. First of all, ain't no cursing in the station, bro. I'm sorry about that, brother. I feel it. And second, we're not saying that all white people are just, you know what I mean, just violent, just all with it. We get that. We understand that. And as a matter of fact, where's white people at? Two, that's a whole nother show.
Mhm.
Two, we just simply speaking of a system that is in place. We're not naive or ignorant to the fact that that system is in place. That's what we're saying. I'm not blaming the system. Everything I got didn't come from a system. I ain't never near asked for white man or no system for anything. So I understand we need to stop blaming the system, right? But we cannot be naive that is there. We cannot ignore that is
you
there.
ain't got to be here, Jay. You ain't got to be here, man. Why don't you leave, man? Why don't you leave the country, man?
What?
Why don't you bounce,
How do you
man?
get there?
If you're that disappointed,
How do we get there? I'm not saying that.
Right, but all you up here doing is complaining. And
I'm not
whining.
complaining. Yo, we just
You
saying
talking the system. But you don't got to be here no more, homeboy.
Nah.
You could pack up.
What he's saying.
Africa, man.
First of all, my great grandfather built this, so I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere.
Right,
I don't have to.
So
I don't have to go nowhere. Now, what I'm saying is, we cannot be ignorant to the fact that there's a system in place. That's all I'm saying. You're just trying to be, you just like, nah, man, let's not blame the system. I'm not blaming the system. I'm not ignorant that it's there. That's all. That's it. That's it. Now, what I would like is to get everybody else out of here, and then we be here chilling. That'd be great.
Wow.
That'd be great too. How about that? Is that something that we can work on?
That's your opinion, homeboy.
You got mail. Messages for we got a caller?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Come on, caller.
Caller, where you calling from?
Yes, sir. I'm calling from Raleigh, North Carolina.
Raleigh, North Carolina in the building. What's going on, brother? How you feeling?
I love Raleigh, by the way. I stop on my way to Jersey. Big sales in Raleigh.
Great.
Yeah, what's your statement, sir?
All right. I want to talk a little bit about everything, man, but I'm going to keep it to a minimum. First up, big shout out to Sean G. I follow you on YouTube.
Yeah.
Trying to be like you one day and work out like you one day, bro. I'm going to get there.
Shout out to
I
Raleigh.
hit you up this week. On YouTube, and you said, what's up? I'm looking at right now on my big screen, so I appreciate that. But here you go right now. So y'all talking about those people coming out of Chipotle and conflict. White people and black people approach conflict differently.
Mm-hmm.
If we as black people, you see them getting all up in each other's face and all that. White folks ain't with that. They don't know how to handle that. And it's kind of confusing for them. So what I think we need to do as a people, we really need to try to get to a point where we can try to handle conflict resolution. If we can. I know sometimes there are situations where you cannot, but if you can handle conflict resolution, let's try to do that, because that whole thing at Chipotle was, in my opinion, avoidable. You know, they didn't have to get all up in their face, stuff like that. It just could have been avoided. And then that woman ended up pulling that gun out. Come on, man.
So,
what y'all think about
point
that?
of information, brother. Can I add a point of information? So basically, because black people have lived in a blender in America, and we have gotten very thick skinned based on how the system has trained us. So because white people have not been trained like we have, they can't handle the stress of a face-to-face conversation, we should make it easier on them. Is that what I'm hearing?
No, sir. That's not what I'm saying at all.
Okay.
But, let me give you a point. I'm a graduate of St. Augustus College, now St. Augustus University here in Raleigh. I'm an HBCU graduate. I'm a black man, been a black man for 50 years, going to be 51 years at the end of this month.
Congratulations,
Over
brother.
50,
One thing fit over 50, though. Yeah, the one thing I'm trying to say is, you know, and
because I keep hearing us giving them
What happened
passes
to
because
it
they're
for-
not used to what we used to.
no.
That's
no,
what I keep
they're
hearing.
Not used to, not even close. Not even
Right.
close.
So why do we have to give them a pass? Because they put us through some blenders that made us tougher, stronger, better, and they need to go through it too.
I'm not saying give them a pass. I'm just saying approach it in a different manner because we know what angle they're going to be coming from. So in all actuality, what I really want us to do is like take the high road a little bit and let them know that we not no stupid people. We see what you're doing. Don't approach me like that.
So we
see
give
what I'm
them
saying?
we give them a pass.
Right.
I'm not giving nobody no pass. What I'm trying to say is, and I'm hoping getting my point across.
Mm-hmm.
When they approach you with some stupid stuff, all I'm saying is you let them know right off the bat, listen, I'm not stupid. I understand you may have a conflict. Please don't talk to me that way. Let's try to see if we can, handle this. If not, then you got your right to go ahead and do whatever you need to do. Does that make
Me and
sense?
Miss Reed
I
agreed on
ain't gonna
something.
give nobody no
What'd you
pass,
say?
dog, because nobody has the right to be disrespected
Right.
and anything that nature, especially with your child being right there.
Right.
Oh my God. If my son would have been right there, Sean G, the way you feel about little Sean, I got a little son when he was 8 years old. When somebody tried to do that in front of me, in front of my son, it would have been on like top cone.
Hands on.
So why is it different for her?
Exactly.
Right. So is it different for
But
her?
all I want us to try to do is black people now, we got to be thinking about this. And on top of this, let me tell you this. Let me tell you this right now. We only got one chance or a couple of chances to get this right. And right now we're living in a historical time where we as black people got a chance to get this right because everybody is looking at us and a lot of people are on our side.
You know what the
What
slave
happened
used
here
to
in
say?
Raleigh, I don't know if y'all know about this, but they tore up downtown Raleigh, yo. They
Yeah, they
tore
did.
up downtown
Yeah.
Raleigh.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah, absolutely.
Really?
And
Foster
took
And
down
they
some
and they took
statues.
down there. They took down this big old Confederate
Yeah,
general
statue.
thing. I
Mhm.
never thought that stuff would happen. Doing
I
an
hope some of my bail money went to that sister's bail.
Word.
My goodness, and look, they listen, man. We got people on our side now. We just got to make sure we get this thing right, man.
It's not up to us to get
And
right.
listen,
This is a white created problem. It's going to be a white solved problem. We didn't create it. We just live in it.
that's true. But we gonna get but it's on us to help get it straight as well because we play a lot of this. We play a good role in this as well. Let me tell you why I think so. Where the rappers at?
Oh, leave them where they at. We don't
No
need
big
rappers.
I ain't
Leave
heard
them alone. You got St. Aug, you got St. Aug, you got Shaw, you got the history of Raleigh in the lunch counter sit-ins. You got people that's in their 60s that integrated schools in Raleigh. Talk to them. I don't need to hear from the rappers.
Right. And like
What's the sister's name? She just turned 66. One of the what's the sister's name? She was one of the first people to integrate Raleigh. What was that? Little Rock. I think she was the Little Rock. No, it was Raleigh. Yeah, the Little Rock now and then. But yeah, no, we don't need the rappers for this. I mean, it's great they can make a song about it. I think that's awesome. But if they haven't matriculated through St. Aug or somewhere, let's let them.
Put responsibility on them on this. But one thing I'm saying is, this is a chance for all of us as black people, from the highly noted, the highly recognized, until the lower recognized, to get on with this. And I would love to hear. I think it's great what Colin Kaepernick and some of the professional athletes are doing, especially with LeBron James doing this thing about people getting out to vote and stuff like that. I think that's great. We ain't heard nothing from these rappers about none of this.
You don't want to hear from them.
LL spoke up.
A lot of rappers have been making songs and standing up and doing their part. But good.
Okay.
LL Cool J made a song
The
with
song was dope. It was like a freestyle. It was pretty dope.
No, but hey, see, we forget, y'all. We forget a couple of years back. Robert E. Lee is cool with me. Robert E. Lee is cool with me. We forget that. See, he didn't apologize for that. He didn't apologize for that.
Oh, really?
He made a song with the country singer. With the Confederate flag and all of that. All of that.
I need to pull that up on YouTube.
He didn't apologize for that at all. He just come out with a rap saying all this. Come on, man. Don't do that. Now, don't do that now. Don't do that now. Don't do that. That is not what we're going to do.
Don't do what?
He ain't come out and apologize for that song he made. Robert E. Lee is cool with me. He didn't apologize for that. And then turn around and make a song about injustice. How Robert E. Lee cool with you if that's wrong? You can't play both sides. You can't do that. That's not what you, man. He can.
Well, I hope in those situations, brothers are coming. Like right now, I feel people are getting there. It's a reawakening. This is, if you know what Reconstruction is, this is, I think we're into the third Reconstruction. And we're going back into a literary renaissance. So now people are like, yo, what's the book to read? People are passing books around. And when you start reading more, you start realizing that these old school cats was way, way ahead of their game. And a little bit of money got us quiet from the 70s, 80s into the 90s, right? That got us quiet. It pacified us. But we lost some of our moral ground during that time frame. Cocaine money was everywhere. Everybody was doing something. And we lost that little bit of moral high ground that we had. And now we're awakening back up. We're reading John Hope Franklin again. We're reading James Weldon Johnson. We're reading what's the brother's name? Dr. Henry Clark again. And we're starting to realize, okay, we always had this. Right. And it's like when you take some medicine and you have that period where you get really sick, right? When it's fighting, that's what's going on with us right now. We're really sick. So we're spitting up all that other BS that we learned about us. Right. Well, we don't think we this and we don't think we can do that. And why do we spitting that up now? Because we come now we realizing. Now we starting to realize.
We who, man?
Obviously not you, brother. We
who, man? We talking about, man. Don't you can't speak for everybody, man.
I can't speak for you, but I'm just saying.
Let me ask you a question, man. Let me ask you a question.
Hey, caller. We appreciate your caller, brother.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Go ahead, Sean.
You've got mail messages from him. We are here with my friends, Farmer Wayne, DJ Johnny Prince, 102.6 The Situation, family,
Sean,
and Sean Gunby.
Sean, I'm talking about the same we that you thought should fix the Black Lives Matter problem in Chicago.
Right. Let me ask you a question, man.
Yes.
DJ Prince, you ever been out of the country, man?
Never been out of the country, no.
Okay. Trinette, you ever been out of the country?
Yeah.
Where you been?
I used to live in Iran. I'm a military kid, so lived, went to Nassau, places, the Caribbean, Puerto Rico.
Okay. Wayne, you ever been out of the country?
Yes, sir.
Where you been?
South America, Haiti, Dominican, all over the Caribbean, Mexico, Canada.
Okay. Anybody ever been to Africa?
No, never been.
That's on my list.
No.
When you been to Africa?
Got tickets. We going in.
No, I didn't ask you if you had tickets. Actually, if you been.
No.
Okay. All right. That's all I want.
So we go. I think I know.
What's the point there?
Yeah, what's the point? I'm lost, brother. Oh, okay. Let me ask you this: Where you grow up at?
You see, exposure, and travel, and you guys have traveled, so you notice that travel is probably the best, in my opinion,
information,
the best part of education that you probably could do, because you get to meet other people in other cultures.
Correct.
And you get to see other things, and then you get to understand and see that America is not the only house on the block, and that you can pack up and go somewhere else and start anew and start all over fresh. I think a lot of people of all ethnicities that were born in America and never left America white or black or Spanish or Asian or whatever ethnicity, creed, color, religion, you have a very limited scope. You can have a very limited scope because you've never gone and seen nothing else. And in a lot of cases, some people have never even left their hometown or their state. And and in some cases, these people form opinions based upon limited perspective and limited views. I've been to Egypt. I've been to the Sudan. I've been to Swaziland, Lesotho, South Africa, South America as well. And I fully understand. And my end game is to eventually end up getting citizenship in Africa, and perhaps maybe moving there or spending some part-time there and part-time here. And having gone and saw Africa, I know that, New Jersey, where I'm from, North Jersey, I lived in Atlanta, is not the only house on the block that I can pack up and go somewhere and start all over fresh. And South Africa is an amazing place. It's very modern, Wi-Fi, trains, buses, the whole thing, man. So, and when I was able to travel, that got me out of that mindset of, the system, they and all that. And I understood that, there's other places that I could go.
So brother, why wouldn't you think South Africa was modern?
No, I think he's saying that it is for those who don't know.
Right. Well, no, I'm saying,
why would you think that it's not modern?
Honestly, there are a lot of people who don't think Africa is, seriously, I've been in some conversations.
Why do they think that?
Yeah, but why?
It don't matter. It don't matter. Why? Don't.
No, it does matter because it goes to the context of what we've been saying.
Don't spin it. Don't spin
well,
that.
let me say that.
Don't spin that. Don't do that.
It's the whole context of the conversation.
Don't do that.
Let me say this because a lot of people, even as an educator, there are a lot of people who have not traveled. I understand what he's saying, and a lot of people really don't think that Africa is progressive.
Why?
Because they have not expanded their mindset. They have not
because of misinformation.
Well, yeah, and TV and right. Okay, so y'all going back to the system.
You see this
misinformation.
Where does the misinformation come from? Where does it come from?
I understand what you're saying. You're saying that was part of that conditioning system that we've been taught.
Yes.
Even as an educator in class, in school, if you have not exposed the kids to outside of the book, that history book that they give us, then yes, we are conditioned to think that Martin Luther King Jr. was the only civil rights leader, or Rosa Parks was the only person that sat on the bus, or who made the first move, which she did not make the first move. Refused to get up. She was not the first woman to refuse to get up. But we have been conditioned to think that. But if you don't expand outside of that, if you don't get exposure, if you don't talk amongst your friends, if you don't research your own, then yeah, people do think that.
I've never heard a kid doing dozens saying you Czechoslovakian booty scratcher, you Iranian booty scratcher, you Australian boogie picker. No, them jokes all went to Africa.
Right, because that's what was taught, or people.
But there's a reason they needed devalued, because it's the crown jewel of the world. They needed devalued. That's the same thing with why they did that conference in was it 28, 27 when they carved up Africa and was like, all right, you get this, you get that. Yeah, I can't remember the name of the conference now. But
so we're gonna talk some more about this. Is good conversation. I love it. I love it. Sean, talk. I want you to tell us about your book and the journey that took you, because you did mention that you were in prison. But what people don't understand, you are a graduate. You have your degrees and whatnot.
Absolutely.
And so how does your book tie into what's going on today and what's going on? Tell us the title of your book and what this is all about.
Well, I wrote and self-published my first two books. I want to say it was December 2017. The title of the book is aSTIGMAatism in My Soul.
Mm-hmm.
You can get copies of my books and my t-shirt line. I got the dopest t-shirts on the planet. There's no t-shirt ever in existence since the beginning of human being, and there never will be a t-shirt better than my t-shirts on my website, GunbyPublishing.BigCartel.com. I graduated from Morris Brown in '93 with an accounting degree. I started a financial consulting business. I was a licensed real estate broker in New Jersey. And I had acquired a wealth of about $1.2 million by the age, I think I was about 40 or 41 years old. And I was doing it wrong. In my tax business, I was getting people back bigger refunds than what I was supposed to. The feds ran down on me, investigated me, indicted me. I pled guilty to aiding and abetting in the preparation of fraudulent tax returns. Went to prison, got an 18-month sentence, went to federal prison, did 15 months, 15 days, 19 hours. Got out in January of 16. And I began to write in July of 16, 6 months later, more so as a therapy. And it was therapeutic for me to get my thoughts out because it was extremely stressful. Having to start all over again my life at 47 years old. And I wrote aSTIGMAatism in My Soul, published it myself. It started off as a diary type situation. And, you know, that book, I didn't edit it. I didn't let nobody edit it. There's typos, everything is in there. And I pretty much just wrote whatever was in me, in my heart, and what was on my soul. I wrote it down and I published it. And that's how that all started.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. And so it's tell the people out there what it is about. You said it's your diary journal in a sense of what happened. So how did you how did that all come about? Like you said you broke the laws or whatever, but you knew the laws.
Right. I voluntarily, that was my mistake.
Okay.
You know, I crashed and burned as a result of my own doing.
Okay.
The book is semi-autobiographical. It's also a compendium of some other thoughts. I talk a lot about racism and race in there. I talk money, loss, failure, success, happiness, anger, bitterness, joy, sadness. My son, I talk a lot about my child support situation. The book is about my life at that particular moment in time. And I think that's why I'm selling a lot of books, selling a lot of t-shirts to people of all nationalities, all creeds and colors. Shout out to Australia, shout out to the Netherlands, shout out to Ireland, shout out to Kenya, shout out to Nigeria, shout out to Morocco, Chile, Brazil, all over the world, the Caribbean, Puerto Rico. They're all supporting, they're all buying my books. They all cash at me. They're donating, PayPaling me from all over the planet, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Great. So the message out of this, what is it that you want people, what is the message that you want for folks to know about you, or what is the message overall that you want to get out there? Man,
you know, my book wasn't written, Trinette, to deliver any type of particular message. Okay. You know, my book was really me just telling my story, but what I'm getting from a lot of people, a lot of the DMs I get, and a lot of the emails I get, and my book ties in heavily with my YouTube channel, is that, you know, no matter what happens to you, you can make a comeback. You understand? And you know, me being a Black American male, I got a felony conviction. I'm a recovering alcoholic, recovering drug addict. And, you know, at 45 years old, I crashed and burned as a result of my own doing. And you know, I sit here today at 51 and I'm fully back. You understand?
Yeah.
And I did it on my own. I looked inside of myself and understood that, you know, nothing was going to stop me from making a comeback, and that, you know, we have to take these psychological shackles and these psychological handcuffs off our dome. And a lot of that comes from our childhood, you know, mistakes and holding ourselves hostage to mistakes that we made, and that you got to shake that off. And that's your responsibility to shake that off. And when everybody, with anybody, family, friends, foe, if anybody tries to reshackle you, it is your job to fight to the death, to live. Yeah.
Wow. So you're saying nobody had a hand in this. Nobody, like you had nothing in your childhood made you to make these decisions, or nothing in your college years. These are decisions that
I was greedy, man. I got greedy, man. I used to make $200,000 in February alone doing taxes. I would do taxes for 4 or 5 months and look up at my bank account and have 300 grand in there. You understand? I owned stocks. I had 8 rental properties. I had a $400,000 a year income. And I got arrogant. I got reckless. I got careless. The money went to my dome. And, you know, the sun, moon, and stars wasn't pleased with me because I wasn't doing it the right way. And I knew it wasn't the right way, and I continued to do it. So I got what I got. You understand?
Okay.
People ratted on me, people told on me, you know, but at the end of the day, I put myself in a position to be ratted on. Had I done everything the right way, it never would have happened. But I don't regret nothing that happened to me, because you know, sometimes you got to get your head bust to the white meat in order for you to wake up and really dig yourself and look at your life, you know, and say like, yo, where are we going? And I think George Floyd has done that for the planet. You know, that like, yo, what are we doing? Where are we going? This ain't right. You understand? What's happening? And that's kind of what happened to me.
What's the biggest thing you took out of that whole ordeal?
Out of what whole ordeal?
When you did time, when they came and got you and did all of that.
DJ Prince, man. I had to look at me, man. You know, I couldn't front no more. You know, I was 45 years old in a khaki suit in West Virginia in a dorm of 140 dudes, and I had to leave my son. And I said, something ain't right with this picture, man. What's wrong with you? Excuse me, what's wrong with you, Sean?
Yeah.
And that's when I had to dig myself. And that was the first time that I really ever dug myself to that level. And I had to destroy my old self and give birth to a new self. You know what I'm saying? And I think, you know, that's why I've taken the position that I've taken on this show today, is that Black people as a collective, as a group, has to dig itself and destroy its old self and its old psychology and come up with a new narrative and a new psychology, man. You know, and that's what I'm about. I ain't about blaming. No, I did that shit to myself. Excuse me for cursing. I know you told me that already, but I destroyed me, man. But in the same breath, I put me back together too.
No doubt.
You took accountability.
Took accountability.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
I think that's the perfect message.
Yeah.
For everybody.
Yeah.
But we can't lose sight of the journey.
Right.
Absolutely. We still have a journey. Right. So there's people, when I'm talking about people understanding what's going on, their white meat getting bust is seeing a video like George Floyd. And then there's a journey with that. There's some education with that. There's some self-reflection with that. Because I done lost a bunch of money. I say it on the show all the time. Lost a bunch of money, made a bunch of money back. But that in the messaging is there's a road to Damascus. And a lot of people have to go on it. You can't tell them. majority of people get it, but the people who end up with a story like yours, that can reach the masses, have to literally go on that journey. May not, they don't get, it doesn't happen easy. There's a select few people that are called, and like you called, you reach millions of people. I'm not sure that it would be the same if you hadn't gone on that journey. So when I'm talking about system and people, I'm talking about the journey that we have to take in this country to get to where we are. There is a journey. There is trauma. There's people that's going to die. There's more people that's going to die before this is all in a place where it can keep evolving. So I'm thankful to know you. Thankful to, you know, that I get to pop in and check your page every once in a while.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you,
man.
Got
to get the book.
Thank you.
But them journeys, man. And you know, them journeys is key, and we all got them to some degree. It's not until you sit down and get comfortable with that damn journey that you start telling other people about it. You just start watching things blossom. Once you settle in, you done tilled the soil, you done fertilized the soil, and now you can plant seeds and just watching them grow, man. So I love hearing it, man. I'm sitting here nodding my head and smiling and like,
yeah.
Like you came out of that, man, and to now, like it's like wow, bro. And my and partner, and I mean, and I to shine on your parade, you know what I mean? And it's a continuous shine, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ghost, my partner, you know what I mean, owns this, you know what I mean? 2 beds, they got a master's now.
Yeah.
Like these stories are not even really talked about. These stories are not even really being heard.
That's the purpose
you know
of this show.
Exactly. He had a master's.
Right.
He did have been 5 years ago, came on with a master's. You know what I'm saying? So like it is amazing to hear these types of stories. You know what I'm saying? And he took himself out of that. Like he did.
Right.
Took himself, he ain't blame nobody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He said, look, I got to change this.
Yeah.
He got kids. I got to look in me to change this, and that's what he did.
Yeah. And that's the reason, that's the purpose of this platform, is to show that we don't rely on others.
That's right. That's right.
We have to do it. And
self-sufficiency.
Self-sufficiency.
Right. And I'm big on words, and I always say the power is in your tongue.
That's right.
You speak life into your life. You know what I'm saying? You make these changes. You can't sit around and make these excuses. Yeah, we'll have some setbacks. There's always going to be some setbacks, but that pushes you to say, I'm going to do it, because at the end of the day, when I go to, I'm responsible for me.
No doubt.
You know, and God gives us the tools to use to go forth. And I think that's a great message that you have, and the attitude that goes with it, because you're like, nothing's gonna stop me. I got myself into this mess. I knew, you know, because you could easily say, oh, I didn't know this, that, and other. You flat out said, I knew. I got greedy. A lot of us don't say that. We don't want to take responsibility.
Absolutely.
Account, you know, it's like, oh, I didn't know about these laws. Yes, you did. You know, and I think when we become transparent,
if you didn't know the law, your soul, your inner man told you when it was wrong.
Right, absolutely.
Told you when it was wrong.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So Sean, I want to get you. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I was going to ask a question. I want to get Sean's take on money as a tool. Like I don't see money as, like a life giver. I see it as a tool, like a wrench, a car to get back and forth to work. I never looked at money. That's why it never bothered me when I lost it all.
Right.
And people was like, you ain't worried? And I was like, well, nah, I've always been able, I make money since I was 10, 11 years old. I ain't dead. So I'm going to make it back. So I always looked at it as a tool, one tool to, I kind of liken it to a ratchet, a bolt, and a nut. I can get stuff tight with my hands, but I need that tool, that money to ratchet it down so it stays. So I can build it, maybe put a platform on it, then move to the next thing. That's how I see money. I wanted to get your take on how you see money.
Being an accountant, being trained as an accountant here at Morris Brown, and then doing my master's in finance. Financial literacy is super important. And, you know, I think that, financial literacy is my responsibility. And to kind of go back on what we were speaking on earlier, with Black America's history in this country, and being unable to read, and being just maybe a generation ago, the gravity of the importance of financial responsibility taking shape it's our responsibility to be financially literate and to employ and use money in a way that augments our personal lives. So yeah, I agree with you, Wayne. You know, money is a tool, and money is super important. Not for me to show you what I got and what kind of car I got and what kind of sneakers I got, but it's to provide for me and little Sean, you understand, and to, you know, his children and his grandchildren. And I talk a lot about that in my volume 2 book about the posterity, you know, that, you know, in today's society, everything is me and now, and we don't make no provisions for the posterity, for the kids that's coming up behind us, and everybody's left to just start all over again from nothing. So yeah, money is a tool. I agree with you.
Wow.
It gives you a good leg up when
Yeah.
you tell your kid, hey, look, man, look, I want you to look at this. When you get married, when you get engaged, this 25 is for you. I'm going to start on the next 25. When you had that first baby, whenever that time happens, that baby's going to get this 25. And it just having those experiences with friends and be like, what do you mean your mom and dad gave you $100,000 for a down payment on a house?
Yeah.
So I wanted to make sure I had all those things, the 529s, the cash, the everything, as a tool. But one thing I think is important that we, and I didn't get this until I started reading and listening to slave narratives. Like during the 20s and 30s, the Library of Congress went out and interviewed a bunch of slaves. Every one of them that they could find, they interviewed or had them write in. Catch what I'm saying? Had them write in a letter about their experience. Education was so important for these people that when you listen to these clips, you're like, wait a minute. I thought slaves sounded one way. Every single one of them sounded like a professor. I was blown away. And then I started reading what they wrote. And the only time you have what they call the slave prose, what's the sister's name? Zora Neale Hurston wrote a book in the 30s or 40s. I can't remember when it was, with slave prose. And then with the Jim Crow stuff, that's when but we were so well educated. I mean, you don't come out of slavery in 65 and have thriving communities in 1680. You're electing senators, you're electing governors, you're electing state representatives. It doesn't happen unless you're educated. So we want to make sure we understand the true story of us. Books have always been important to us. I think that we went through a little bit of a dark ages from the late 70s through the 80s with the influx of cash, where we stopped reading and desegregation kind of sent us a place. But we have always read. You don't have all these Greenwoods, Auburn Avenue. Every major city had a thriving black hub pre-Civil War, post-Civil War. The only thing that stopped it was desegregation in the highway system in the United States of America.
Wow. You've got mail messages from him. Farmer Wayne, DJ Jenny Prince, Sean Gunby up in here. And me.
Yes, and you.
I've been quiet. I'm letting y'all talk.
Quiet and cold.
Yes, it is freezing in here. Y'all know I'm already a cold nature person.
Wayne, they got the AC blasting now, boy. See me in my hoodie now.
So we paying. That means we paying bills.
That's right. That's right.
That means that donation I made went to good work, good use.
Just tell them to turn down a little bit, brother, please.
I got on a sweatshirt. 85 degree weather out here. I ain't mad.
I'm so happy for Morris Brown, man. I was up there cutting
too.
a tree on my day off. I'm up there cutting a tree like a lumberjack. Like, what? We don't need to pay nobody. Let me come up here and cut this thing down.
How you feel about Morris Brown now?
Man, I love Morris Brown.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I loved him when I got here in 1987, man.
Yeah.
It don't never stop, man.
Right.
We the dopest school in the AU,
Yes,
man.
we are.
Over Morehouse, over Spelman.
Yes.
Over Clark, over all of them. Man.
Talk it.
We got real folks.
You understand?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We got real folks.
Know how real Morris Brown was? Sean, you remember Stan from Trenton?
Stan.
He,
Yes.
guilty. Well, so I was coming to visit Morehouse in '89, and we had never been down here. So I jump out the car, thinking, you get off the interstate and you come up MLK, and I jump out the car, not even noticing I'm in front of the Morris Brown. I just see a bunch of kids. I jump out, and Stan was like, "Yo, what's up, man? What you doing?" I was like, "I'm here to visit the school. I'm thinking about going here." He was like, "Yeah, bet. Come with me. Go to class with me." So we walk up, go in the fountain hall, go to class. I come out. My dad leaves. I'm having a blast. And I was like, bet, I'm going to school here. And he was like, well, welcome to Morris Brown College. And I was like, what's Morris Brown College? Never heard of it because I was going to Morris. And we went to the registrar's office. I applied. I had my transcript and everything. And that day, my pop negotiated 4 years worth of college. We paid cash. 4 years worth of college. He looks at me and was like, you got 4 years, kid. I don't think he said kid, but you got 4 years, boy.
Wow.
And Morris Brown, Stan, grabbed me off the street, took me to class with him. That's just the love that Morris Brown had for people that were coming to Morris Brown College. So I never forgot that, man. So I'm always, I bleed that purple.
And you were on your way to, were you on your way to Morehouse though?
Yeah, I was going to go to Morehouse.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was on my way to Clark.
That's amazing.
I came all the way across town to Clark, and they didn't have the dorm. They told us.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Like we got here, and the dorm was supposed to be ready, but we were standing on the side with a whole bunch of other folks, and they were like, "Your dorm is not ready, and we don't have it." And my dad was like, "Where's my money? Where's my money?" But literally, somebody across the street, a local, came. He was like,
"Oh yeah,
College Car Street."
Wow.
I said, "Oh,
College Car Street.
It's College Car Street. It's Morris Brown."
That's amazing.
I had never heard of Morris Brown. Never. You hear about Spelman, Morehouse. Clark, because my principal in high school was from Spelman, but I knew I was going to HBCU. I had three choices. I was going to Tennessee State because that's where my aunt went. Grambling, and my dad was like, "No, you're not going." His motive was to get to Atlanta anyway. That was the Black Mecca. Like everybody from California was coming to Atlanta.
Yeah, y'all was thick in them 80s and 90s.
Yeah, we were like, shoot, we go. Everybody
neck and neck with New York.
But I never heard of Morris Brown. So when I got here, I always tell people that was like the best mistake ever that happened to me. You know what I'm saying? Crazy. Because if I had not, because my dad was like, well, we're going to go see what this Morris Brown College is. We're going to go see, because somebody going to school and I want my money.
Somebody going to school.
So my mom was like trying to get my dad into the car.
Yeah.
Because he was going down. He was fighting. Like, where's my money?
Wow.
But we got in, and I came in 91 because I had to take off that year to get it.
Accident.
Yeah, by accident.
Wow.
And when I say
so then we wouldn't have been classmates.
We wouldn't have been
classmates. That kicked it hard freshman year.
Hey, don't be telling all my business.
I ain't telling no business. We were so naive.
I got in trouble too because I thought I was grown. That academic probation ain't no joke. I went to go get me a little P.O. box on Old National. I was learning the city. They ain't gonna get my report card. Shoot, I didn't know that.
As long as you wasn't on probation on them 099s.
I was. That's what I'm saying. I was like, my dad was like, we didn't come all the way down. Like, yeah. But I mean, when I say Morris Brown taught me, I mean, this is the reason why I'm here. Like, it's no coincidence I'm back on campus with my show. And, it is. It's a beautiful thing. Like,
full circle, baby. Full circle. Black on station.
Yes, black on station. Black college.
Everything black.
Everything black. I told you I'm black.
Started by the slaves in the basement.
I'm black. You can't tell me. I don't care how red folks tell me.
I hear that.
I know I got white folks in my family, but I'm black. My family all mixed up. I'm black though.
I just love it. Then once I came back home from Morris Brown after that visit, my whole life I went to AME church, and we told the pastor we looked at Morris Brown College. And he was like, "Oh, he knew all these people that went to Morris Brown College." Then he started telling me about Richard Allen. I was like, "The projects in Philly?"
Yeah.
He was like, "Yeah, no, he's from Philly, but he's the first." And straight told me that when I went to freshman it just felt so right with the world. Because my world in New Jersey, Philadelphia I didn't understand how much steeped in history, in African history we were. There's an Underground Railroad stops near me that all was connected to Georgia. My family was from Georgia, and I didn't realize that everybody went straight north. You know, Mississippi to Chicago, Georgia to New Jersey, New York. So it was just a beautiful thing, man. It was the best. Met the best friends of my life, my brothers.
My family is all connected, like through Morris Brown, like friends, and the thing about it, we're still connected, like we reconnected. So I when I say
it's dope,
purple, white, and black is
and I'm talking about the kind of connections that will call you and be like, yo, you involved.
Yeah. And I think that's the best part about our school. We recognize each other, and it's like, you know, for a fact that you're going to have a support from a Brown Knight, no matter what. You know what I'm saying? On whatever you do, you're going to have that support. If it's 1 to 1,000, you're going to have some support from a Brown Knight. Guarantee. Like, this entire journey, there is always a Brown Knight in my corner. Like, it's just a love. Sean, you got a lot of comments today. This from another Brown Knight, Tawana. She said, "Thank you for the show. You all kept it 100." Sean Gunby, I love you, brother. What a word of accountability, preparing the next generation and taking responsibility. Thank you for a diverse perspective. Wow, I am encouraged to stay on my journey.
That's what it is.
That's Tawana Smith.
Yeah.
Yo, Tawana, what's up, man? Shout out to Tawana Smith Maddox, man. She support, man. She bought books. Yeah. That's my girl right there, man.
So we had an awesome.
How do we buy the book, Sean?
How do we buy the books, bro?
My website is gunbypublishing.bigcartel.com. You go on there, order, and I'll ship it out to you as soon as I get back to Jersey.
Yep, I got it.
Can you put that up? You got it?
Cartel.
Hold on, Gunby Publishing.
Yep. .bigcartel.com.
That's dope.
Thank you.
Cartel.
Go support, man. Buy that book. I'm gonna
thank you,
definitely.
You said bigcartel.com, right?
Big BIG cartel.com. Yeah.
Wow. So we are coming to a close, and actually, this is the last show for this season. Well, yeah, I'll be on a little break until September. I know I'm gonna miss you guys, but you know
I would have done a show about gardening and how to raise lambs, right? I'll jump right in there. This is a tomato.
We're gonna take us a little break, because school is starting back up. I need to prepare mentally. On this thing, I got some decisions to make.
I get it.
With this whole COVID thing, I literally am making some hard decisions for my career and all of this, because nobody's listening to teachers, and they've already shown places, schools where the principals and teachers are being affected, and nobody's like listening to us. So it's like,
crazy.
I have to make a decision between my health and my career.
Most
So
important people in this country.
what union? We don't have a union.
Y'all don't?
No, Georgia. No.
There's no union here in Georgia?
No.
Wow.
No collective bargaining. No. This is a right to fire state.
Did not
Yeah, we had those local unions like AAE or whatever, but them to protect us, like up in Jersey and California and all that. Wow. No, that's the reason why they do what they do to us here.
Y'all might get that fixed.
Yeah.
Let me say this, man.
We've been trying to.
Can I say this, man?
Mm-hmm.
Significantly more people have recovered from coronavirus that have passed away from coronavirus, man.
That's a fact.
That narrative for some reason is being left unsaid, and it's not being told for whatever reason. And I mean, we could get into the political thing and the election coming up in 90 days, but my health, I have a segment on my YouTube channel called Fit Over 50. My health is my responsibility. I should be my own doctor. My kitchen should be my medicine, and I should exercise on a regular basis. And we have to. I make sure I don't watch a whole lot of television because for a lot of reasons. But more people have recovered from coronavirus than have passed from it. And a lot of the initial deaths, from what I understand, because I'm close to a lot of first responders, a lot of deaths that were marginal were being classified as coronavirus when they maybe really wasn't. It might have just been the flu or something else.
Yeah, I agree with that. Because I tell people, and y'all see me posting, I know personally people who have recovered and so forth. Did I? I know personally folks who have recovered. So,
a lot of people, man.
And again, like you said, we are responsible, and I have to be responsible for my health and these decisions I have to make. I'm taking responsibility. Like I do my own thing, you know. But I'm gonna miss you guys, and then plus I need a mental little break just to breathe.
No doubt.
Because your girl been moving.
Sleeping Saturdays now.
You know. But you know what? Honestly, I told you I don't mind getting up on Saturdays to come in here.
Yeah, no
because this is it.
What you like to do? This is your
this
love.
is what I like to do. Yeah,
right.
Y'all been pushing me.
Right,
that's
right.
The sister.
That's right.
You know, been pushing the sister to do stuff.
Hey, listen, we wish you
and
well.
I'm trying, but
if there's anything we can do while you're gone, you know, we got you. We've been here from day one. We had this whole story, y'all. We'll share it though. We have a host when we first met.
Yeah. Tell them.
Right quick, when we first met, she was late and she came in. And I was already gave her the axe. I said, yeah, call her and just
they want to throw
me
to the curb.
I said, this reschedule because we're not going to play with my time and whatever, right? So she was on her way. She was en route and she came and she hopped in on a brace. You had a brace on your foot
and the crutches
the crutches, y'all. Man, we was like, oh snap, what happened? She told us what happened and everything, and it was a dope meeting. And it ended up being an amazing partnership. She's been rocking this almost 2 years now. And like, how does it personally help you, this show?
This has literally pushed me to another level. Like, you know, I'm very quiet. I'm very you know, I'm rainbows and tutus, girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love everybody. But being around y'all and my husband, y'all been put me on. I had to have my coffee. I'd be like, God darn it, you know. I'm like, but I mean, it has pushed.
You
me
learned a lot too. Like you pushed you personally.
Yeah,
to dig more into yourself.
Yeah, like,
you know what I mean, like you said.
Yeah, I'm not a. I just love the dialogue. I love like learning from you all because again, y'all know my story. If you read my book, you know
absolutely.
I did not listen to men.
Man. Dope
Thank you,
man. I read the book Woman on Fire, man.
Thank you. Book. And I didn't like listening to y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all couldn't tell me nothing. I was Miss Black Independent Woman. Don't need no man. Don't need y'all.
Yeah.
I wasn't listening to y'all.
Yeah, I know.
But you know, now I know.
Listen a little bit, right? Just a little bit now, right? Just a little bit, y'all.
I'm letting him drive, y'all.
Every now and then, here and there. You hear him?
Every now and then. Y'all know the story. I'm letting him drive.
Down Damascus Road.
You know, I'm loosening up. I'm learning, but I love learning from Black men. I love Black men. Y'all know, as an educator, I've always taught Black boys.
No doubt.
And there is nothing that will make me go against y'all.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? Like nothing. I am 100% behind you all.
No doubt.
That was the reason why God gave me this platform.
Thank you.
Because it's like, I know you don't like, we as women, we as a whole need to listen to our Black men because y'all have a lot to say.
Right.
Like, you know, and I can't as a woman tell y'all what to think and feel and all this. So I need to hear from y'all. And it's good to hear the different perspectives.
Well, thank you. Thank you for this platform. We appreciate it.
So you got messages from him. So I'm just going to take a little break to get some more content. And if you know,
you'll be able to hear reruns on the station. So you still tune in.
Getting more guests to come in. So before we end, how can we get in contact with you, Farmer Wayne?
Swanson Family Farm on all social media platforms. Swanson Family Farm LLC.com. We are ramping up lamb production. So that's what the next 2 weeks has been about lamb. And we got two. I got invested in a butcher in Alabama. And I'm still thinking about doing something in New Jersey. But hit us on social media, give us a call. And we're here. God willing, and the creek don't rise.
Hey. DJ Johnny Prince.
Oh man, you can follow me. Only number one DJ Prince on Instagram, and make sure you follow the station 1026 The Situation everywhere. We got the dopest morning show online right now. So the morning machine, each and every weekday morning, weekdays, 6 to 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time with myself and the Green Machine. So tune in to win prizes each and every day. 102 days in summer, we giving away something.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Yeah.
Bang.
And of course, you can follow me on all social media platforms. I am Trinette L. Collier.
Yeah.
Stay connected.
Definitely.
And I will see you all back in September 5th.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
We're going to miss you, girl.
Yes, I'm going to miss you
real quick,
too.
Sean, where they can find you at real quick, Sean?
Hey, yo, man, I got the dopest channel on YouTube, man. Hands down, it ain't no competition. Gunby Publishing. You could go on my website, gunbypublishing.bigcartel.com, and get the flyers, t-shirts ever made anywhere in this galaxy. Instagram, Gunby Publishing. Facebook is Sean Gunby. And I want to thank DJ Prince. Yo, Wayne, what's up? I'm going to call you in a few minutes, man. I'm going to do something. And Trinette, man, I want to tell you that your book, Woman on Fire, was money, and we talked a little bit offline. I read it in 2 days. Yeah. And I want to thank you for inviting me on your show, man, and all the best to you, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you all out there for supporting every Saturday. I love you all. And until then, y'all be safe and be blessed. I will see you.
Peace.
Peace. What we going out with?
Oh, shoot. Well, with the same joint. Here we go.
Some black.
Love, relationships, and marriage from the male perspective. Now it's You've Got Mail, messages from him with Tashawn and Friends on WSTN DB HD1, Atlanta, Charlotte, 102.6, The Situation.
I think what you're trying to ask is why am I so insistent upon giving out to them that blackness, that black power, that black pushing them to identify with black culture. I think that's what you're asking.
I got my father's heart with my mama's blood. I'm different cause I mixed up with this kind of love. Kind of bugged when I see you messing with my black queens. Black fiends, shooters all around me cause I'm tapped in. Always on the move, never trapped in. Give love to my brothers cause we all in. Now it's all win. Create generational wealth for